This one's mine! them fancy clothes? This one's a top! Steady first, we've got one!
Leeches every night. Aye, but the guards recruit more and more every day.
When did you join the guard? 2 days ago. This is my first patrol. Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind lady. Ashway's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fella.
Fuck you all! Fuck it all! What?
Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions.
No.
I have found a very interesting letter. Your son.
Oh, I see. So the little bugger thought he could use his dad.
The gang's recruiter was dead when I found him.
I love my Albert, sir. Believe me.
Do you know no...
Funny.
Really?
Would it?
What?
Nothing.
You don't have...
Not since.
You mean you...
Yeah.
Perhaps... Whatever the boy...
I swear I did.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now. Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
Not me. I'll not die from thinking out his making worse than a week.
Effectiveness has been proven by men. Even the flu is no match for...
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir.
Actually...
Then you...
Oh,
Ah,
I'd like to see what...
good evening, my dear colleague.
Do you know Nurse...
I don't... Never met.
Tell me,
Reed...
what do you...
Mo...
Is there...
Cat...
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money. When science fails you, this makes
Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for...
There is no Dorothy Crane here. No.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really?
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really... I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you, sir.
I must insist...
I have no time.
This elixir will give you faith again.
Strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
It's locked up. I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Joe, please, I don't have your money.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You paid.
Excuse me, sir.
Another...
I'm not a
doctor.
Really?
I'm joking.
Have you heard of an...
Dorothy,
Could you please...
she's enough.
According
Not
to this...
toe.
May I ask?
God.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
I should never have taken up my father's business.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not
I am...
sir.
Do you know...
I don't...
So, you're not a...
Nah,
Why do you hate me?
before...
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted.
Have you any friends?
No,
Where did you send? You sent him on some preaching.
as a...
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Excuse me, sir.
Sorry,
Dr. Rick?
I heard you're...
Not my...
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may...
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane? I don't...
He never...
No.
Really?
He went to...
He has no...
No.
Where?
He spends...
What is a journal?
He got...
So you risked...
White chap.
That's quite honest.
Not a...
Why are the newspapers...
There's a...
It's a...
These are...
Have you...
I've...
I must...
I'll...
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell. Good evening, miss. I know... Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. I know you want... Very well. Goodbye, then. I cannot enter. Hello again, miss. Very well. Goodbye, then.
You are blinded by your false faith, imprisoned by your...
Good evening, sir. Please be really. I'm a pope. May I ask extra? What can you tell? Dari not in Dari. I'm looking for Dorothy. Are you all but I am Adam. If some will. What are your terror? What do you remember? Yes, May I ask? I'll leave you alone, sir.
Fancy clothes! I shall fear no foe. Stay back!
This man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news. Hello again. Very well. Goodbye then. The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Don't be shy, Hans.
I'm not looking for...
All right, then.
Do you know...
I don't...
You seem...
Dorothy...
Christina, have...
I don't...
Consider...
If it is...
You can...
And you...
Clayton Dunn...
I believe...
Why this...
How could...
Are you talking...
I've...
Tell me about it.
Are you...
I have... I always thought...
You know...
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
The wars of men should not be your main concern. The disease
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed.
Sorry.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me...
So my father... Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
So,
I'm not
do you know...
Yes?
How do...
My father...
Forgive my...
Why should...
You have a...
I think...
If life here... So that's...
I'm not...
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
It's locked. Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't...
I'm nothing like you, Mr.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical...
I have to admit your words have conviction.
I need help.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Raz Van Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor!
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along? We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. To what do I owe this courtesy? This is an unfitting place for the illustrious Dr. Reed. You shouldn't be here. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
No. Your place is here. Jailing you would be an even greater crime. So, here is my proposition. I'll look the other way on your little enterprise. In exchange, you will resign from the Pembroke Hospital and provide me with medical supplies when the need arises.
Dr. Reed! That sounds like a business proposition. My accomplice, then?
No, just a privileged client. My research may require the occasional rare piece of equipment or ingredient. I'll pay good coin in exchange, fair and honest, to help finance your noble endeavors.
We have ourselves a deal, Doctor. Good customers are always welcome.
Yes, Nurse Crane. We have a deal.
It's a leech! Kill it! He's dead! Eat this! Burn it, boys! Fuck, he's dead!
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
Me, I'll sort of bloody joke.
It's locked.
As long as you have
human blood. Whoever left these marks did so.
Kill it, boy!
Blundering idiot.
So lucky to have Dr. Reed, you know. I met him in New York.
If only there were more of us.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
What prevails in the end, I wonder? The desire for blood, or to be of service to man?
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
So in the end, the accusation was true, wasn't it?
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
I must confess I have not put an end to the blackmail, my lady. Unfortunately, I could not bring myself to do it.
I'm so disappointed in you, Jonathan. I didn't expect this from you.
Lady Ashbury, you yourself admitted how ridiculous the sum of money was. I can assure you it was all used for charitable ends.
Well, you are full of surprises, aren't you, Jonathan? All right, say I trust you, but you will still pay the ransom. That is only fair. After all, it was you who failed to bring this problem to a satisfactory conclusion.
I believe I could agree to that.
And since a lady always keeps her promises, I will now answer any questions you may have.
I don't understand.
That is a
So me being...
I very...
I'd like... I've been here...
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny.
Excuse my forwardness, but...
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create...
A vampire?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No.
Are you an...
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man
So we are Ekons.
How to put it? All Ekon.
When I awoke, changed, I was...
Though I can't be certain. More than likely, it was the once glorious Guard of
Once glorious?
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous.
You make them...
More a society.
Are there many?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide.
Do you know any of them?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep...
Will they all...
I do not see why not. But remember, even the sharks...
That sounds like a lesson.
Vampire politics are as intricate and some...
I've been away from...
Things have gone...
The Spanish...
Yeah.
What is it? Why did you...
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young...
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created...
No, Jonathan.
What type of...
Not a true...
Why does Doctor... What do you know?
The
And...
As...
I know this is beyond...
Really? And I thought you would
Very well.
A lady has to have some...
And who
My maker.
I bid you farewell. For now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Another night with the glorious spectacular.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scowls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it. Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak. But I have something important to tell you.
This string...
Really?
I've just looked...
I see.
This
is...
Yes.
You mean...
There's a lot...
But John,
what on earth?
why you...
but the risk will discuss.
No.
Yes?
I'm afraid
My sister.
she's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery.
I see.
I'm sorry.
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
Watch yourselves!
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength. Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony. My mother would die if she were to see me in this state. I must wait. Are you all right, miss?
I don't know.
They've lost their...
You seem to know.
I'm Dr.
I am Shaush.
Carnage. Is Father Whitaker's... This man's far too old to be Samuel. Avery, I leave you to care for my mother. I'm in no state to comfort her.
am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Mary, what have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How is it possible? Tell me. Is it so easy to take a life every night, and then just smile and nod at those you spared?
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
Thank you, my lady. I will.
Good. But be careful. If I found you here, others may too.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
It's a killer! Bloody leech!
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite... May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength.
The chat.
I've no need...
There are...
I've words for one departed. They're not for lip.
Your eye.
Very well.
Open.
She was my...
You seem so troubled by the loss of...
She was murdered.
I see.
She died because of me. How do you think I feel?
I have a final question for you, my son.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What words would you like to say to your poor...
I'm so sorry, man.
You have been...
There. I confessed to that vicar. Do I feel better? Only time will tell.
Good evening, Doctor.
Why are the newspapers keeping...
It's a diesel.
Christina, do you think...
I believe...
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
I'm cheap and I'm clean, I promise. You look so...
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mystery?
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Give you faith again.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
Have you...
Yes.
Have you...
Yes.
What happened?
Hey!
All right, it's true.
I said sod off. Go find yourself...
Goodbye, young man.
Demon, back!
Remorse and pain are precious when by
fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me. Made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Riddles and rhymes. You took my life. Now you insult my mind.
Be stilled, my child. I bring understanding.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur. I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Good evening.
Newton, don't be sorry. We'll meet again soon, and we will be serene and beautiful.
Hello again, Mr. Blight. I'm happy to see Mr. Thatcher is safe, for now.
I'm eternally grateful, Doc.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
We've dodged death so many times. Oswald.
Jonathan, my sincere
Your kindness.
Is there anything you require?
I spied...
No, Jonathan.
But what if I was...
Fear.
Are we the...
We are...
Are we...
dying.
I don't...
With...
As a...
We are...
Goodbye, my lady. Until we meet again.
For so little result.
But the suffering continues.
Good evening, Mr.
Evening.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
You're disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
I need...
Tell me...
I'm...
Do you... I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities. Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
What can you tell me?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No, I was working by the tents when it all happened.
Where is Miss Jones?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened.
Did you see?
I think...
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible...
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working?
If it wasn't...
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore.
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration...
Goodbye, nurse.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the God.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We
cannot.
Of course.
You mentioned
she.
Very.
Jonathan.
Please then.
Sean.
So
exactly.
Do you really believe? Very well. If you don't mind, I just recently... It was a...
If you find...
He was a... Who was that?
Jeffrey.
They know I'm...
Maya.
What do they hope to...
Their ultimate goal is the eradication of all...
What exactly... Are you sure? How did the...
McCallum.
I recently...
The brother...
Is this...
The rock?
It's hard...
I'm...
Thank you, Edgar.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.